Que lo que mi gente, what's up? It's your girl Nikki Sparks. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you for stopping by, and if you're not, well, welcome back to my channel. And today's video is gonna be me giving you guys all the good advice on how to create a solid, healthy hair care routine for your relaxed hair. So stick around, don't move, and let's jump right into it. So before we jump to the tips, I have to tell you guys some stuff that you should know before you start doing anything when it comes to your routine. So I took some notes I'm gonna be telling you guys so I don't miss no point. So the first point is that you should know your hair. You should know your hair type, your hair texture, the porosity, and know, like, example, if your hair is thin, if it's coarse. Hair needs, especially your hair needs. What are the goals that you want to achieve with this healthy hair routine? Obviously, we must all have a healthy hair routine no matter what, even if you don't have like a particular goal. Like if you're not into like growing your hair or any other stuff. But if you have goals, like if you want to reach to a certain length and stuff like that, these are the things that you have to take into consideration before starting your routine. Knowing your hair type is going to help you choose the product's consistency that your hair will like. Relaxer strength, even though it's advised to use a regular strength, in some cases some people like to use mild strength. It's very rare for people to use extra strength because it can damage your hair. So regular strength is the way to go. Knowing your scalp as well, you should know your scalp. If your scalp is sensitive, if you have dry scalp, if you have oily scalp, all these little details will help you put together the products that you will need to start off that healthy hair routine that we all want in the best way. Knowing your hair porosity is also really important. You should know if you have low porosity, medium porosity, normal, like medium normal porosity, or high porosity. That also helps to know how your hair absorbs the moisture, if it retains the moisture, or if it's hard for the moisture or for the nutrients to go in your hair shaft and stuff like that. There's a test, normally a clean strand into the water, and then you will know based on where if the hair floats, or if the hair in the middle, or if the hair sinks down to the bottom of the cup, you will know which porosity your hair is. So I invite you to go check that out on Google. I'll let you check that out after this video, of course. And I apologize if this video will be a little bit long, but creating a healthy hair routine is not something that we can just know in 2 minutes. So if you're really interested in putting a routine together, then you should keep on watching. Okay, now that you know your hair, now that you know the hair texture and everything you need to know about your hair, now we will figure out what it will need and how you will proceed on using it and all the good stuff. Don't move, let's jump right into it. So you guys know that wash day is very important, especially for relaxed hair, because it's there where we give back all the nutrients that the relaxer stripped away. Because you know, relaxer is a chemical that breaks the bonds of the hair for us to have, you know, straight hair or have less texture on our hair. So that's why I'm gonna start off with wash day. So now that you know your hair's ID, so what I mean by hair ID is that you know your hair now and you know what it needs. You know your hair. The first thing that I will recommend for a solid hair care routine for wash day would be a Prepoo. Prepoo is very important. Prepoo is like a treatment before shampooing. So it's like nutrients that you put onto your hair before you shampoo your hair, before you wash your hair. So prepooing is very important. You can prepoo your hair with natural ingredients such as aloe vera. I love aloe vera. You can do hot oil treatments. You can use castor oil. You can use things that are in our kitchen, like olive oil. I guess everyone cooks with olive oil. Rosemary oil is also very good. Even bananas, like using bananas. Example, for my daughter's hair, she has natural curly 3B, 3C type of hair, and I use banana and aloe vera for her hair as a prepoo, and her hair gets so soft, and it makes detangling so much easy before washing her hair. and it's so good. Banana and aloe vera, so good for the hair. Makes your hair super shiny and soft, and it has good nutrients. It makes your hair grow. So that's just one of the examples of the things that you can use. Like, your hair will survive without prepooing, but if you want a solid hair care routine, prepooing should be your first step. And before we go to the next step, you can also prepoo with things that are not natural, such as conditioners. You can use a deep conditioner and mix it with oils, and you can prepoo your hair with that. So it's all go back to your hair needs. So depending on your hair and what you want for your hair and what your hair wants as well, you will choose, you will pick the prepoo that will be perfect for your routine. So the second step will be finding a good shampoo. So a good shampoo, to me, if you want to use it weekly, sulfate free. But for relaxed hair, the best way to go is a moisturizing shampoo. My favorite one is the Cream of Nature shampoo, moisturizing shampoo. So good. So important, because you know that relaxing our hair, the relaxer strips away our natural oil. Relaxed hair, unfortunately, always tends to be super dry. So we have to constantly give back that moisture that the hair constantly doesn't have, unless you really have oily scalp or oily hair, which is rare. The Black Afro community, our hair is naturally dry. So going with a moisturizing shampoo is the way to go. You will also need a clarifying shampoo, because even though our hair is dry and sulfate is not always good for our hair, sulfate once in a while is really healthy for our hair. So a clarifying shampoo, it's important as well, because you will be using a clarifying shampoo maybe once or twice a month to remove all the buildups, but on a weekly basis, a moisturizing shampoo is the way to go. So the third step, it would be a conditioner. I personally don't use conditioner because I find it useless for myself, for my routine, and for my hair. My hair doesn't get tangled so much like that on wash day when I wash my hair. And I usually detangle my hair with my deep conditioner, because my deep conditioners always leave my hair super soft. So I don't see the need of using a conditioner. But a conditioner is so good if your hair tends to get really tangled, so you can detangle your hair before applying your deep conditioner. That's why I included it, even though I don't use it. It's always good to use a conditioner if your hair needs it. So you guys, one of the most important steps on wash day after shampooing is deep conditioning. Deep conditioning, like, you can skip the conditioner, but you can't skip the deep conditioning. Ever. Always deep condition your relaxed hair. Conditioner is what is gonna give back that moisture, these nutrients that our hair needs. It makes your hair super soft, depending on the conditioner, even super shiny. Deep conditioning is the icing on the cake. I be getting IG DMs with people asking me, like, what is deep conditioning? Deep conditioning is a treatment, is a hair treatment that you will leave. I would put it in my own words, but deep conditioning is a treatment that you will leave on your hair for more than 5 minutes with a plastic cap, with heat or without heat. And you can leave it on for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, even to an hour, depending on the hair treatment itself and your hair. Me, example, I go up to 30-35 minutes with heat. And I always recommend deep conditioning with heat, because it's very important. You notice the difference. Like, I went a couple years without deep conditioning with heat, couple years deep conditioning with heat, and I noticed the difference. Like, your hair is gonna speak to you. The hair is gonna be like, yes, that's what I need. But deep conditioner, once again, is based on what your hair needs. You won't be putting, example, a deep conditioner volume if you already have, lots of hair. Like, why would you want more volume? I won't use a deep conditioner that reduces the volume to a thin hair. Like, it makes no sense. So there's deep conditioners for every single type and struggles and whatever you're looking for out there in the market. Unfortunately, creating a solid hair care routine comes with trials and errors. So by trying is that you will find what works for your hair. The step 5 into wash day routine, and it's not really something that you must do weekly, but that you must do. You know, it's like maintaining the moisture and protein balance, because too much of moisture breaks the hair, too much of protein breaks the hair. So you gotta have that balance in between both of them, and deep conditioning plays a big role into keeping the balance. That's why it's so important to check the ingredients, because there are so many hair products out there that has protein, like even a slightest amount. And example, if your conditioner has protein, your deep conditioners have protein, your leave-in conditioner has protein, even if it's small amount, if you're doing it weekly, every day, monthly, every day, it will be too much for your hair if your hair doesn't need protein. So if your hair doesn't need protein, it will dry out and it will become brittle and it would break. Example, me, what works for me is a light protein treatment once a month. And if I don't do it once a month, I will do a light protein treatment on relaxer day, and that works perfectly fine for me. Some people does use a light protein treatment weekly, others twice a month, others every 4 months, others every 6 months. And again, it goes back to what I said at first. You must know your hair. So the step 6 is a leave-in conditioner. So leave-in conditioners to me are like moisturizers for damped hair. The leave-in conditioner, it helps detangling your hair. Example for me, I love the leave-in conditioners that I just use. I would use the silicone bamboo leave-in conditioner, or the one I recently started using that I really like is the As I Am moisturizing leave-in conditioner. It helps detangling your hair, it moisturizes your hair, and most of these leave-in conditioners also have heat protecting properties. That is very good if you are a person that dries your hair with heat. Leave-in conditioners is not the most important part of the wash day routine, but it is important. So leave-in conditioner it is. And the step number 7 is the way you're gonna dry your hair. I'm not against air drying. I will have 18 years of being relaxed. I've been relaxed since I was 12. I've air dried my hair most of 4 times. Yeah, 4 times. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like it. I'm not against it, meaning that I'm not gonna tell people not to do it. But me personally, I don't like it. If I do it, it's because I really don't have any other choice. Air drying is the healthiest way because it doesn't involve heat, but heat is not your enemy if you use it the right way. So let me explain myself. Heat is not our enemy. It's not our relaxer enemy if you use it the right way. Meaning, example, like I mentioned, I'm 17, 18 years relaxed, and I've always, in my mom's country, the Dominican Republic, they do not air dry. That's not something that they do. We roller set our hair and go under the hooded dryer. I have a video, and I'm gonna leave the link down below, where I give you guys all the reasons why roller setting relaxed hair is important. Roller setting keeps the moisture into your hair. It helps the hair not be like puffy and tough, you know? Like when you air dry your hair, the hair gets puffy and you're thinking your hair is thick. It's not really thick, it's just that it's puffy because it air dried. Because if you blow dry your hair, you will see that your hair is not really thick. It's just that it's air dried, so it puffs. If you can, and if you want to learn how to roller set, I also have a video. I will make a updated one, but the steps is basically the same. It haven't changed. I have a video, and I will leave the link down below, on how I roller set my own hair. So if you want to learn how to roller set your hair, check that video out after this video. The setting is really important, and especially when you're stretching your hair, because I've noticed, like while I was stretching for 4 months, I've noticed I had to air dry my hair. And you guys, the new growth gets like unmanageable. It gets like tougher to comb through. Whereas when I roller set and dry my hair under the hooded dryer, it feels like I actually got a blowout. The comb goes through the new growth as if I had a blowout, and it's so helpful for stretching our hair, so it reduces breakage. So roller setting is really important, and a relaxed hair routine. You can roller set and air dry, as I mentioned, or go under the hooded dryer. And if you do try roller setting your hair, or if you're a person that only air dry your hair with no roller sets, and you do try the roller sets, let me know in the comment section or DM me and let me know how the experience went. I know it would be a good experience, especially if you roller setted your hair good, properly. It's just a game changer. So you don't have to blow dry your hair after that. It's not a must. By simply wrapping your hair will feel and look like you had a blowout. So it's up to you. So you guys, before we head on to the other points, I just want to recap what I just said. So first you have to know your hair, pre-poo, shampoo, conditioner if you want to, not a must, leave-in conditioner, and drying your hair the proper way. Let's go to the next steps. So you guys, that was everything you need to know for a proper wash day routine. Now I'm gonna jump right into the weekly and monthly routine. Monthly, as I mentioned in the shampoo, when I was talking about the shampoos, monthly you can clarify your hair. No, not you can. You must clarify your hair monthly, at least once or twice a month, depending on your hair, to remove all the buildups, because when they have too much buildups in our hair and our scalp, our hair like doesn't absorb the nutrients and the moisture that it needs to properly. When you clarify your hair, you gotta do 2 lathers with the clarifying shampoo and the third one with a moisturizing shampoo, because the clarifying shampoo is actually a shampoo that has sulfate, and sulfate can strip away our natural oils. Like, it strip away the buildups and all the unnecessary oils and moisturizer and stuff like that of our hair, but it also strip away our natural oil that our scalp produces. And 1 lather with the moisturizing shampoo to bring back that moisture and bring back the softness onto the hair. If you want, you can incorporate it into your routine. Is dusting your ends monthly. So dusting your end means, like, you see how you would usually trim your hair? I usually used to trim my hair every relaxer day, so every 3 to 4 months. Let me give you an example. Let's say I need to trim this much. Let's say dusting would be like this much. I don't know if you can see it. This much or even less, like this. So dusting, yeah, it's really important to maintain healthy ends, because if your ends are not doing well, the rest of your hair is not going to do well as well. So dusting your hair monthly is something that you can do. It's not a must, but I highly recommend it. And every relaxer day you can trim your hair, unless you're the type of girl that relaxes your hair, let's say once a year. So once a year, trimming your hair once a year, especially relaxed hair, is not gonna work out in the long run. So if you relax your hair once a year, I recommend you trimming your hair before your relaxer day. I hope I didn't miss anything. I think not. Now this is the weekly things that you could do on a weekly basis. Weekly routine would be washing your hair. Obviously, you wash your routine is weekly or every 10 days. I would say maximum 10 days, but weekly is the best way to do it. Again, you should know your hair. If you judge that your hair can be washed every 2 weeks, it's fine, but weekly is better. So on a weekly basis, to do that, you will need a moisturizer, a good moisturizer, dependent on your hair texture and your hair type. Because, example, I have thin, fine hair. Using a thick moisturizer is not going to work out, because my hair is going to be weighed down. It's not going to really do much for my hair. I use lightweight moisturizers, like As I Am So Much Moisture, but I stopped using it because I rather the S-Curl moisturizer. Not only based on your hair texture, it's also your preference what you like and what you don't like, because example, it do have lightweight creamy moisturizer, but I do not like it, so I do not use it. And again, you have to like jump between what you like and what your hair needs. A good moisturizer that doesn't have protein in it, a sealant oil. So a sealant oil is basically an oil that will seal the moisture into your hair, like an oil that does not penetrate into the hair shaft, an oil that like sits on top of the hair, such as the castor oil, jojoba oil, grapeseed oil, etc, etc. You can go look it out on Google, but the most popular ones are the jojoba oil, the castor oil. I use castor oil, but just a tiny bit because I have fine hair, but I like the castor oil. So now that you found a good moisturizer and a good sealant oil, you will now moisturize and seal your hair. Again, this depends on your hair texture and your hair type and your preference. Some people moisturize and seal every night as their nighttime routine. Others do it every 2 days. Me, I do it every 3 days. I tried doing it every night because I saw someone doing it on YouTube and it was working for the person, but it didn't work for me. My hair was completely way down and super greasy by the 3rd day of me moisturizing and sealing, and it's just not something that works for me, again because I have thin hair. But you know, we always want to try something. But that concludes to why you shouldn't replicate someone else's routine to the T. Should watch other person's videos, other person's routines and stuff like that to learn more and to know certain things, because we never stop learning. And if you want to try a product or stuff like that, it's good to learn and take notes from here and there from someone's routine and incorporate it to your hair needs, because my routine works for my hair that it will automatically work for yours. So I had to learn that the hard way with the moisturizing and sealing business. And because prior to me learning about moisturizing and sealing, I never ever used to do that. Like, I started moisturizing and sealing like 3 years ago. I never used to do that. I can show you pictures of my hair before that, and my hair was perfectly fine. Like, I only used to like moisturize my hair when I was gonna put my hair in a bun. While I have my hair on a blowout like this, I do not moisturize my hair, and most of the time my hair was like this, so I barely used to like moisturize my hair that much. So again, maybe it's because my hair retains moisture longer and it doesn't get dry super quick. But if you have super dry hair, what I was doing to my hair wouldn't work for you. So that's why, again, as the first thing I mentioned on this video, is that you should know your hair. So always, you can look at everybody's hair routine that shares their routine here on social media, but adapt it to your needs, to your hair needs, and to your lifestyle as well. I didn't mention that you need to apply the moisturizer first. This is for the girls that have no idea what moisturizing and sealing mean, because I've gotten questions like on my IG DM, like, what is deep conditioning? Since I know what is deep conditioning and there's a lot of information out there about deep conditioning, I automatically believe that everyone knows what deep conditioning is. But when I received that message, I realized that not everyone knows everything that I know. So that's why I'm gonna be sharing it. And if you know it already and it bugs you that I'm saying things that you already know, it's not for you, it's for the person that doesn't know. So everyone needs to learn. You need to apply your moisturizer first, and then you take a tiny bit of oil. After the moisturizer, you apply it from the roots, from the ends, going up to the roots. And this is a reminder, you guys, before I wrap up this video. Don't forget, you guys, do not get discouraged, because getting a healthy, relaxed hair routine does not come overnight. It's not because you use the products once or twice that something will change. It's the consistency. You have to be consistent. You have to have a routine. If you are serious about your relaxed hair, keep up with your routine. Keep up with whatever you need to do. Invest time into your hair, be patient, be gentle to your hair. So I hope that this was really helpful. I hope that you took notes, and I hope that I didn't forget anything, but I don't think I forgot anything. I will leave the link to videos that you might like in the description box. If you like the video, give this video a big thumbs up, and if you have any other tips or whatever, leave it in the comment section. Let me know what you think in the comment section. So it was nice chatting with you guys. If you're still here with me, thank you. God bless you all, and see you on my next one. Bye.